This poem is called Trans People Are Not Killers. A white heterosexual male comes up to me and says, "How do you feel about the transgender who shot up a school?" I tell him this is just another white man with a gun who lives in a country that will grant him and other white men the license to kill a child decoded as random selection in order to prove to the world that his rage can't be taken to the grave. You know, a white man's rage must stay alive. The graveyards of trans bodies must be held in more dignity than the name of the legacy of their murderers. So, begrudgingly, I say, get his pronouns right, because I need you to stop dead naming us. He did break into a locked entrance elementary Christian school without key, walked his way into church, may have been tired that his identity was not laid on the cross to bear, but bared arms anyway, with an AR-style rifle and pistol and committed murders. Like Cain and Abel because the church said he wasn't their brother. Can't perform exorcism upon a white man suffering from rejection. Exclusion, don't it hurt? Don't it make you want to kill? Isn't something hetero white men usually have to feel, but y'all sure know how to break and enter onto premises that aren't yours. Pain be a killer. Pain be armed in armor. With bullets for Jesus, they walk into the most sacred places and weaponize the right to carry life. The greatest covenant then becomes the ultimate sacrifice, and the children have suffered enough. Lead be in their pencils, pockets, and water, and all the media has to say is that they will also be led from God if they follow their desire of their individuality to break free from the binary. But I say let the children be free, free to express, free from fear. Stop punishing the students who are living because the bullets have missed them. Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, there are exit wounds that you can't see, but you view me as a wounded threat. Will misspell my name, neglect my pronouns in my eulogy and tombstone. Republicans have been dead to me for years, but when I am dead to them, my blackness is just another corpse in their courts. And they think my transness be the gun when really it be inhaler. I can't breathe when my identity is stripped away from me. Frisk and search and you will find that I am who I say I am. Just human in disguise of spirit, protector of humanity, of life. So when my students witnessed a bullet fly through their classroom in 2018 and we went into lockdown, I protected them. Not a ballistic proof whiteboard, not a gun, but this black trans body. This poem is called Fill in the Blank. You are not your emotions, you are not your feelings, you are not your thoughts, you are not your pain, you are not your suffering, you are... Can a black body ever be born without preconceived notions of enslavement? Eckhart Tolle says unhappiness is never rooted in the situation but in our thoughts. Our mind, he observes, can return to tabula rasa, empty of thought, preconceived feelings and ideas, but the black philosopher is a keen observer too, who knows at birth that their phenomenal consciousness is not reflected in any white man's reality. The black observer has traveled through space-time continuum throughout eternity. Without spaceship, we have been asked throughout the centuries to observe our minds without becoming our thoughts with much scrutiny, but toleration without acceptance is internal mutiny, and we cannot accept our exclusionary status. In search for peace, we are told to observe our feelings of anger without becoming the angry black person at the wrong time. But if our thoughts, emotions, and feelings shape who we are and what we see, tell me who we have to be to gain some reciprocity in this lifetime. The black observer now says, I am, then, my own reality as a black body. I am not the embodiment of the universe engulfing my own expression because my existence is seen as illusionary. I am not my mind, but if I envision myself as human and as love there first in my mind, my thoughts about a situation will not rule me. If I am believed to be inhumane and the divinity within me determined to be ungodly by them, I am also believed to be inanimate, like a clay thing to them. I am only sculpture through the white gaze. My feelings, thoughts, words, sorrows, sealed in a body that never looks like it is suffering. I am art and expression misunderstood then. To understand myself, I think about the right writing that is cast upon black pages, thrashed onto our identities like we are the writing on the wall. Like our feelings and our very speech are examples of redlining through our impeccable penmanship on pages we write for ourselves. I think about what the black body has observed and spoken, and I tear the pages of our whitewashed history apart. I think about the space we are required to fill to fulfill the prophecy of an ancestor who told us one day they will not kill you for speaking and writing. One day you will get to fill in the blank that comes after you are. Maybe one day a German white man won't be put up on a pedestal as the most enlightened. Maybe one day our impatience to be seen as human won't lead to anger or distress. And just like that, we won't feel lost in the suffering of our past, present, and future, because maybe one day we will be able to circumvent beliefs that keep us tethered in a situation and reality that brings nothing but grief. And maybe one day this fill in the blank will bring revolutionary peace. Maybe one day this fill in the blank won't feel like a question, won't feel like racism gets to fill in the blank. You are a statement of time, of possibility, Black people. You are abolition embodied. You are the Black body that gets to fill in the motherfucking blank. Hush, girl, mind your mouth. You don't want to hurt his ego. Is the track J. Cole should have sent his audio hug to let niggas know summer ain't the time to be walking on women who be gardens growing green. I miss the many niggas who shine yellow lights in they face, tell them you be garden. Even when your roots mistake they light as sun, you be garden still. Even when you realize they lights are just caution rays, you be garden. Even when the same color they project onto you ain't deciphered as wavelengths but as ultraviolet, you sprout their electricity not zapping your light. Your stem stands unwavered by your own photosynthesis frequencies because you feel what you heard. Ain't gotta see the electricity to know how to proceed with foresight, just listen. Your own chlorophyll fills you up more than you know. You are garden, glisten, christened, even when you can't decipher the particles of their prone infrared tones because they don't know they sun has a crown too. They luminescence don't have to be blinding eyes, itching like Icarus to fly without wings and no direction. Niggas be the best actors I know, but our role as Cupid ain't it. Some of us won't quit singing. True love doesn't lie. But my niggas, don't we know how to bloom in concrete? These days, Black boy radiance only growing in moonlight like Trevante Rhodes. We be moonflowers. And sometimes Black women don't need to see how he burned himself just to set her heart on fire. Agricultural burning ain't the tilling she needs. What treatment comes back to rejuvenate her fallen leaves then if it ain't him? If it ain't men or meant to be because his mentality too fragmented. And when Black men pick up the pieces of their glass mosaics from the earth on cloudy days, you wonder, will a glass break you, mirror back truth, or spark flames, lie, leave ash and cut you from your soil? Niggas be too reliant on a rain being tears of clarity for you. Too busy watering your own magic like the water cycle, and ain't that a cautionary tale? How he love you more than he love himself. Black men taking more than a tablespoon of your soul, like you not required to provide nourishment. Black men observing Black women heal through pain they caused, got them wondering what spell got you able to reap from seeds they sown so they grown as trauma ain't leaving you stunted. How you produce still. Say, how you produce still when the trails of rivers they seen you cry didn't wade through your water like monsoons, but like water your garden only allows them to touch you once, for on the twice time you be a new plant, got newness, can't let they, you don't know what love is, love hijack, can't let they electrical pulses of a wounded aura make you swim right into their mouth, so you be garden on the hot days, soggy days, spring days with heavy pollen, no pollutants entering your veins. That's it.